was awesome. Alright everybody, how's it going? I am here to do my top 25 coasters video. I hope everybody's doing well in these trying times. I will try and make exciting content still, even though I think most people find it boring. Alright, anyways, on to the main part of the video. I just want everybody to remember I have not been to many parks. I have been to Disney World, Cedar Point, Kings Island, Holiday World, Kentucky Kingdom, Kennywood, Hershey Park, Six Flags Great Adventure, King's Dominion, Six Flags America, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Carowinds, and Disney World. So that's not that many parks, like under 10. But yes, I still want to make a top 25 video. This is for 2019. Alright, so let's see how this shakes out. The first 10 of these, I'm just going to try and speedrun, and then, more in depth for the last 15. Alright, number 25, Bizarro at Six Flags Great Adventure. Pretty okay B&M Flores coaster. My favorite one, actually. Yeah, pretty solid. Alright, next. At number 24, we have Nitro B&M Hypercoaster at Six Flags Great Adventure. Solid, some good airtime, not the greatest out there. At number 23, we have Raptor at Cedar Point. I really like this ride, but it's a little too rough. Some points it just gets a little too intense. At number 22, we have Gatekeeper, also at Cedar Point. A lot of people don't like this. I actually loved it. We rode it like 3 times. It was amazing. Alright, at number 21, Thunderbird, the best B&M wing coaster at Holiday World. Yeah, I love this ride. Launch is great, forceful, fun inversions, near-miss elements are amazing. At number 20, we have Great Bear, the B&M invert at Hershey Park. I really enjoyed Great Bear. It's one of my favorite coasters of all time, kind of. I don't know, I've just really liked it since I was a kid. It's fallen a little from, it used to be my number 1, now it's like 20. But yeah, it doesn't matter. At number 19, we have Alpengeist at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. A lot of people don't like this coaster as well, but I found it to be amazing because it's so intense and crazy. That's why I really liked it. At number 18, we have Magnum XL 200 at Cedar Point, the original hypercoaster. Again, some people mixed opinions on this. However, I really enjoyed it. I thought the airtime was fun and it rode really well for being a super old coaster. At number 17, we have Mystic Timbers at Kings Island. I really enjoy Mystic Timbers. It's a really fun woody out and back layout, a lot of airtime, a lot of quick left-right movement. Really enjoy that ride. At number 16, we have Intimidator. Intimidator at Carowinds, not the one at King's Dominion. King's Dominion one is better. Yeah, fun airtime, except a few trim brakes are like ruining the ride, but that's okay. Still think it's a pretty solid hyper. Alright, at number 15, we have Apollo's Chariot, the B&M Hyper at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Again, really fun hyper. There's a few things it lacks, but I think the second half really picks up speed, and it's amazing. R.I.P. DJ's glasses, which he lost on the ride. Alright, now let's slow down, calm down a bit. Number 14, we got Phantom's Revenge at Kennywood. This is an amazing ride. It's a hyper coaster, and it's really cool because the second drop is actually 200 feet, not the first. Pretty rare, pretty cool. Fun airtime, just really, really unique ride. Alright, at number 13, we have Skyrush. A lot of people love this ride, and I do too, except the restraints suck. But that's okay because it's still really fun, super strong ejector airtime, some, fun turning about. But yeah, just restraints also make it unique, and that first drop, amazing. Alright, number 12, Stormrunner, my favorite ride at Hershey Park. Now, let me just tell you, man, the launch, amazing. Inversions, you just whip all around. It's a great coaster overall. It's a little short, but you know what? Who cares? It's amazing. Alright, at number 11, we have Diamondback, the B&M Hyper at Kings Island. I love this ride. There is so much airtime. You just feel like you're floating so long. Some people like ejector. Alright, that's not here. This is all about the floater airtime. It's amazing. Alright, I cannot tell you how much I love this ride. It's a solid, fun ride. Some rides a little too intense. This is not it. This is a very chill ride. Alright, number 10, we have Twisted Timbers at King's Dominion, my first RMC. Man, I gotta tell you, when I first rode this ride, I was blown away. There is so much airtime. It's a beast. And there's inversions too. It's so good. The pacing is just on point for this ride, especially the double up. Man, that double up kills. Alright, next we got At number 9, Storm Chaser at Kentucky Kingdom. It's a very small park with not that many rides, but Storm Chaser kills. I gotta say, I wasn't really sure. I did not know much about this ride going in. My thoughts were blown away by this ride. The airtime's there, the inversions are there. It's just a really snappy, whippy layout, you know. Just boom, 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 like things are just happening, you know. Between this and Twisted Timbers, it was really hard to pick which one I liked more, and I was like, I picked Storm Chaser. Alright, anyways, let's move on. At number 8, we have Top Thrill Dragster. This is a crazy ride. You just launch down that track, up 420 feet over the top, and then right back down. You know, this is just it's such a thrill. It's such an exhilarating moment when you hear the click, you roll back a little, and then bam, you know, in like 4 seconds you're up to 100 and whatever miles per hour. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but it's crazy. It's just, you know, so intense. And yes, it's not a long ride, but that like couple seconds when you're launching is one of the greatest feelings in the world. All right, number 7, Millennium Force, the original Giga Coaster. Now let me tell you, I was like, I lowered my expectations so much before I rode this, because everyone was like, it's Millennium Forceless, there's no force behind it, you know, it's overhyped, blah 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 blah. So my expectations were so low that when I rode it, it actually exceeded my expectations, because I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, yeah, there's not a lot of airtime, but it's such a chill ride. You know, it's like Diamondback in that way. It's just very chill. It's not super intense, but you get airtime in there. There are airtime moments. So, you know, if you're looking for airtime, there is some there. And, you know, if you just want a chill experience, like just that feel of the speed, that's what this ride's all about. And that's why I love it. You know, the feel of just going fast is great. And, you know, that first drop still kills. And, you know, it's just overall, it's a good ride. Like, and that's why it's number 7. All right. All right. Anyways, number 6, we have El Toro at Six Flags Great Adventure. A lot of people like this is like top 3 ride for them, and I'm like, all right. I had one ride on it, so maybe I can't judge it, you know, too much. But it just, to me, was so intense. We had a back row ride. It was so intense, crazy. My legs were killing when I got off that thing. So, you know, in my opinion, it's almost like a too intense. It's like almost too uncomfortable for me. I need to give it another chance. But that's why it's number 6. You know, whatever. But like, it just felt a little too intense. Like, it was, I was like, I am going to fly out. I don't feel safe. Like, no, I felt safe. Trust me, I was fine. It was fine. But like, you know, there was a little bit. You're like, whoa. Like, wait a minute. Like, hold up here. But yeah, you know, just so great ride. But you know, just a little lower for me. All right, number 5, Intimidator 305. Now let me tell you, this is my first Giga Coaster. I was so scared to ride this thing the first time. Like, I was freaking out. I was not having it. But then I got on it and I was like, whoa, mind blown. This is crazy. This is so much fun. It's so intense. That bottom of that first hill, or the first turn is so crazy. You just gray out. You almost black out. Like, it's crazy. I had a night ride on this thing. My first time here. First time riding it. I gotta tell you, that was one of the most memorable rides of my life. It is so much fun. And that first drop, it just pulls you over. If you're sitting in the back row, man, you are just pulled over and you drop 300 feet. It's crazy. Alright, number 4, Maverick. The Intamin launch coaster. It's at Cedar Point. Alright, so many great coasters at Cedar Point. But Maverick is crazy. It's like Intimidator in that it focuses on a lot of those like whippy like transitions and things like that, but it also has airtime. It also has inversions. You know, that second launch really gets you, and it's just such an overall great ride. There's just so much speed behind it. You know, so much like intensity going on. It's a great ride. All right, I know I'm saying that about everything, but it really is just like a quintessential ride. It's like you just feel it. You're like, yes, this is a good ride. I know it. All right, that's just Maverick for you. Like, that's just how I see it. It's just such a good ride. Like, there's just not drawbacks to it. All right, top 3, the big 3. This is the big moment everybody's been waiting for. Probably not. All right. And number 3, Fury 325. This ride is crazy. You know, I was having a real debate. I almost put this at number 1. That's how much I love this ride. The drop, amazing. And just the airtime elements, and it's so fast. It is so fast. Like, I know like all the other gigas are fast, but this is such a fast ride. And you just feel like you're flying, and the B&Ms are really smooth. So like Intimidator 305, really intense. Like, that's an intense ride. It's almost uncomfortable. You cannot marathon that. Fury 325, you can marathon it all day. It is just so, I'd almost say calming. I mean, it's exciting. Like, it gets your adrenaline running, but like in almost a calming way. It's just so unique, so much fun, so graceful. The treble clef turn is amazing, and there's airtime on it as well. It's a great ride. All right, it's just like, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just like, you have to get out there and ride. It's so good. All right, and number 2, we have the Voyage at Holiday World. All right, Holiday World. It's out there. It's out there. But this is such a good ride. Like, I've been thinking, like, just today, I was like, man, I want to get on the Voyage right now. It's such a crazy Woody. Like, the way, just the amount of airtime, just going out into the woods, like, that's what I wish the Beast was. That's the quality I wish the Beast was. Because you just go out in the woods, it's airtime after airtime, it feels like it never stops, there's such speed, and yeah, sure, it's a little rough, but that's why it's so much fun. You feel like you're on this crazy ride out in the woods, out of control, just going around corners, and it just doesn't lose speed. It almost feels like it picks it up coming back, and there's just so much airtime. It's just crazy. It's crazy, and that's why it's such a good ride. And everyone reveres this as such a good ride, and it did not disappoint at all. All right, and now we're left with one more, and most people probably know what this is. Steel Vengeance. Like, sorry, I'm basic. Steel Vengeance is the #1 coaster, in my opinion. It is the definition of the greatest coaster ever. It's the definition of the quintessential coaster, because you have airtime, you have an amazing drop, you have inversions. That's like the big 3 for me, at least. I don't know about everybody else, but for me, that's the big 3. And to have consistent airtime, fun inversions, an amazing drop, and good pacing. It just hits all the boxes. I only got one ride on this, and that, from my trip to like Ohio, that was my biggest drawback. I only got one ride on Steel Vengeance. But, hopefully I'm going back this year, depending on the coronavirus, and I'm going to try and get as many rides as I can, because it's just such a phenomenal ride. Like, I don't have words to describe it because it's so good. Like, I don't know what to say because it's so good. And also, honestly, my memory's lacking on this ride. I only got one ride. I had many more notable rides. But I just remember coming off this and being like, what just happened? That was insane. What just happened to me? It's that good. You have to experience it for yourself almost. There's no way to describe it. And it's just something you'd want to marathon all day, honestly. Alright, so that's going to do it. That's my top 25. And I just want to say, like, how I rank my rides might be different from other people, because, like, I do it based off of what ride do I want to go back and ride right now. So, like, my top 10, those are rides I want to go ride right now. So, like, they might not be the greatest ever, or, like, things like that, or there might be better rides out there, like I'm talking about, like, public opinion. Like, the public opinion of those rides might be a lot different from mine. But I base it off what ride do I want to be on right now. So that's just kind of how I rank it. So obviously that's going to change a lot. We'll see next year, like, what's different. But for right now, that's my list. And again, I haven't been to many parks. Hopefully I'll get that number up this year, and, we'll see how things change about. But yeah, I'm so happy to have this channel. I forgot to mention, actually, like, a few days ago, I forget, it was on March 21st, was the year anniversary of my channel. And, I'm not a big channel. I don't think I ever will be. But that's not the point. That's not why I do this. So, I just want to say right now, just thank you for everyone, and, like, especially my friends who go on these crazy trips with me and put up with my nonsense. Just thank you so much, for my subscribers, for just people who are out there watching this. Like, just thank you. Like, especially with everything going on right now. It's nice to have a distraction, and while I wish that was going to the parks, making videos about it kind of like fills that same hole for me. So thank you. That's the end of the video. See you next time. Make sure to subscribe.